came down to the wire. Oh, yeah, it came down to the wire tonight. It wasn't really the best game at all, I must say. I had to sip on me some coffee in order to stay up and watch it. But yeah, Atlanta Falcons survived. So a lot of people are already looking at Tampa Bay to win, the division and be able to go ahead and get in the playoffs. So, they're looking at 80% for Tampa Bay, 20% for us, but it's all good. We survived. And what they most definitely going to have to do is regroup big time, because I know Kirk Cousins did not look comfortable at all. He forced an interception and he just wasn't moving the ball. He wasn't executing. I really thought that, this would have been a very easy, smooth sailing game for the Falcons. But it most definitely wasn't. And you had Antonio Pierce, he done a great job for the Raiders. The head coach really putting on the defense. I mean, they were all over the Falcons. So I'm about to get ready to dig on to it, y'all. I'm Jackie G, aka Sports Stick. And, like I said, I'm still going to ride for my Falcons, but they do need to tighten it up, baby. Big time. Y'all drop y'all comments. Let me know what y'all think about the game. And please do subscribe. I want to say thank you to all my lovely subscribers. First and foremost, I do want to say that the Falcons defense played Alice. Oh my gosh, he had a magnificent game. He had over 8 tackles, and he really put that pressure, baby, on Desmond. Great job. And then you had Street. He pressured Desmond as well. He created a safety, and that's what helped us get, where we were. The little 9 points, which wasn't that much at all. But hey, every point counts, So the Falcons beat the Raiders 15-9. And then you had Hodge. He blocked 2 punts. So that was real big for Hodge. And he really took care of business. These players I'm naming, they took care of business. Justin Simmons had 1 interception. So, the defense looked real good. We can try to keep the defense doing what they need to do. Now I won't say how far we will go, because we still have to have some more areas that most definitely need improvement. Because our next game, we're going to play New York. I feel like we should beat New York. Play Washington Commanders. Now, that's going to be where I feel like we're going to struggle, because we struggle against a team who's at the bottom of the poll. The Raiders lost 10 straight games. And, they had the worst rushing yards. So, they really struggling as the Falcons, they're not really looking any better. We just happen to got lucky on this. I just feel like Kirk Cousins, he really needs to get back to the way he was, when he first started the season. It seemed like he was more confident. It looks like he wasn't really getting involved like he needed to. It's like he wasn't locked in. He didn't have enough passing going on. He didn't execute much. I can truly say Bijan is a shining star for the Falcons. He just knows how to do it all, and he contributes every game. You notice he always go above 70 yards. So he had a beautiful game, a good over 100 yards. Let's see, he had 125 yards. And then Kirk Cousins had 112 yards, and that's very low for Kirk Cousins. And Desmond had 208 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And Kirk Cousins had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But yeah, that's real low for Kirk Cousins. And we all know he has the ability to have way more yardage, way more touchdowns. Game he had over 500 yards. And Drake London had 53 yards. That's still real low for, your wide receivers. Cal Pitts, he got more involved, but it wasn't like it was ugly. It was just an ugly game for the Falcons. Really ugly. I mean, Mooney, I didn't see Mooney catch any balls. Ray McLeod, 14 yards. And I know this seemed like he struggled a lot catching the balls. I don't know if the connection between him and Kirk Cousins not there. It just seemed like he never really catch too many passes. So Drake London had a decent game, but it was just a very slow, boring game. I'm going to keep it real. Slow, boring game, y'all. And then at the end, you had Abdullah hustling, trying to stay in bounds, trying to keep the ball rolling. And then Desmond really had a spark towards the second half, the last during the fourth quarter. He was rolling, baby. And I was like, okay, Desmond, if he was doing that throughout the whole game, they probably won. So he had that big old 22-yard gain to Myers. And then we had Jesse Bates made a big clutch play at the end by intercepting the ball. And the game was over. But, I must say, Falcons got to get it together, y'all. Especially when they play a high-energy team. Let's say, for example, if they played, I'm just going to throw out a team, Kansas or Pittsburgh. I'm just throwing some out there. If they play any other high-caliber team, it would have been a blowout. It would have been a blowout, most definitely. But Falcons, they did have some good field positions. That's the only thing I noticed that went very well for them besides their defense. And like I said, Bijan Robinson, he's just one of those elite running backs who take care of business. He also helped protect Cousins today. Did y'all see him? Yeah, he was holding that 300-pound linebacker. So big shout out to Bijan Robinson. Taylor Algier done a great job as well. Running people over, baby. He looked like Derrick Henry, like a stockier Derrick Henry. But yeah, they say Peanuts Jr. gives his feedback to Cousins, what he see on the field, what needs to be improving or what he feel like, would help Cousins. And they say he's receptive to it. So, hopefully Penis can continue to observe and be ready to roll, whenever that time is. Oh yeah, and that means Jaron King also made a good play. He had a partial block. If they can elevate more, show more physicality, Atlanta can be a very bad team. I mean, if they can bring the ruckus every game, I believe, they would be all right. But yeah, let's go Falcons. I'm out, y'all. God bless you.